You've got to become good in something, you've got to stick at it and kind of repeatedly do it, right? So we did that. We did not suddenly say, oh, we've now got this property partnership, let's start doing a whole lot of other things. We really spent the first decade so 98 was when we started the business, but if you think of 2002 to 2005, when we bought out Marriott and then we continued it, for that 2002 to 2012, it was just focused on property. It was a decade of working with great general managers, identifying amazing Black women to come and be the first Black female shopping center managers of large super regional shopping centers. Lynette Nduli, Fundi Mazibuga, I can name them, Venolia Andrews, Sis Susan. Those were the things we're doing. We were saying, how do we make this thing our thing? How do we become really good at retail super regional center management? How do we find great talent and develop it? And then in the process, how do we move up the value chain? So not just collecting people's rentals, how do we then look at other adjacencies, right? How do we find the adjacencies? So facilities management becomes an opportunity because you're in property management. And then maybe a little bit of asset management. And then suddenly you realize, I could maybe even acquire property, And these things are all in the property value chain. And we did not get sidetracked by trying to become a camera manufacturing business in the process. I'm trying to say that. I'm trying to say as much as you can find yourself in the moment, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
It means you got to, if you believe you can focus on this thing, it means you've got to develop yourself into becoming the best at it. And so we grew our portfolio slowly but surely. It took a long time though. It was hard. We were up against some of the best in the market, Brawl, JHI, everybody. But we stuck at our knitting and we said, we are good at this. And when we realized, Melody, that being a Black-owned business and merely relying on 3 to 5 year service contracts on property management or facilities management was not going to be good enough. It was not going to be good enough for us, and we needed to reinvent ourselves in the property space. And it meant that we needed to move up the value chain and become the owner that manages their own asset, right? Because unfortunately, we were not gifted and birthed with large portfolios that we could say, oh, I'm taking this over from somebody. So we had to create our own work. I don't know if you're following me. Okay. So we then started saying, what would it mean to buy our own property? And we were very lucky with government policy. The DPW MinMac policy came out and said, if you're a Black property manager or you have an asset, we will give you, and you can come and buy our assets, we'll give you a 9-year and 11-month lease. Now, for those of us who are finance people, you understand that a 10-year lease is money. You leverage that and you go and raise debt against that asset. And you now can build a business and start acquiring assets. And that's what we did.